Here's your AlabamaWX weather briefing video for this Sunday, March the 9th, 2025. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and daylight saving time begins early on this Sunday morning around 2 a.m. Don't forget, if you have any manual clocks, to set them forward 1 hour. Remember, spring forward. Also a great time to remember to check the batteries in not only your smoke detectors, but your weather radios. Just a great remembrance to do this twice a year. We spring forward, we fall back, and of course most of our clocks do this automatically. But if you have a manual clock like the one I have up here on the wall, which sometimes lets me down if I'm not checking those batteries, you will be an hour late on this Sunday morning. This is about 11:40 p.m. Central Standard Time on this Saturday night, March the 8th, showing regional radar across the southeastern United States with temperatures superimposed there. Temperatures across Tennessee Valley in the middle and upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Some scattered showers moving through that area. Some heavier showers earlier tonight up around Gadsden. Temperatures in the I-20 corridor in the middle to upper 50s. You go further south, you run into the lower 60s. There's some heavier rain back in Mississippi. There along I-55. South of Senatobia, the Batesville area, around Greenwood and Winona. This activity pushing to the east. We've got some heavier showers down in the I-20 corridor. Jackson reporting 53 degrees this hour with a heavy thunderstorm. You can see the reflectivity there, so they do have lightning. These storms are elevated, and when I say elevated, we use that term frequently. It means that they are not surface-based. Their bases are higher in the atmosphere. Doesn't mean they're stronger. It just means that they're not really connected with the ground. Now, that doesn't mean they can't be loud, and as a matter of fact, they're generally louder because of the way the lightning and the thunder interact. But they can produce hail. They're not as likely to produce damaging winds. There's just not much instability here. You look at the dew points, 40 degrees at Birmingham, 38 degrees at the Shelby County Airport. Even in the I-20 corridor, they're 52, 51, 54 degrees over in Jackson. So just not conducive to severe weather. Even further to the south, where we've got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, the dew points are not really crazy. But this little bit of a warm front right here. You can see these, these 60, 65, 66 degree dew points. Makes you believe this is where your maritime warm front is. The dew point at Fairhope this hour, 63. Gulf Shores, Jack Edwards Airport, 66. Over in Mississippi, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning now. And we'll go to the Mobile radar to check that out. Let's move GR Earth out of the way here, and let's go to the Mobile radar, and we'll take a peek at this storm right here. It's in Stone County. We have severe thunderstorm warning just been issued for Stone and for Perry counties in southern Mississippi. The strong thunderstorm is located just west of US 49 here, to the southwest of Wiggins, moving to the east-northeast at about 30 miles an hour. It's going to move across Stone County. Looks like Wiggins will be right on the northern edge of the really heavy rain, perhaps some small hail, could be pea to marble size hail, and then that will cross across the rest of the county and pass into the southern part of Perry County, and eventually in George County, where there's also this severe thunderstorm warning in effect. There are a couple of other, there are other strong storms back into northern Louisiana. We'd have to switch over to the Hammond radar. But first, I want to take you over here to coastal Alabama. We've got strong thunderstorms near Mount Vernon. There along US 43 in Alabama on the Washington and Mobile County line, right there where it intersects with Baldwin County. Some storms right there over the Delta just north of Spanish Fort. If you're coming down on the Gulf Shores Parkway, you're seeing that heavy rain and maybe a little bit of lightning. Not much lightning there, just to your west. Stronger storms, though, across southern Baldwin County. The prob severe, not very high here, 2 flashes per minute. But, we're seeing some possibilities, some small hail here. This is all moving toward Pensacola. The heaviest weather right now is from Magnolia Springs over to Alberta up to about Summerdale. This activity pushing to the east-northeast as well. They're at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. Areas there really from Paradise Beach and Lillian over to Bellevue into western Pensacola, the Brent area, into Goulding, and the Pensacola area itself are going to have this very heavy rain. And then you go back into southeastern Louisiana, and we probably could switch over to the Hammond radar real quick. Here, if I can just find it, there's the Hammond radar, and get a little closer look. You see these lavender polygons here are special weather statements or significant weather advisories, but a closer look shows those stronger storms north of the lake extending over into Mississippi. That's where our best chances for severe weather are overnight tonight, and I guess that really kind of covers that. So let's get this out of the way and get our weather bell where we want it, and we're going to walk through some model information now. This is, let's see, I'm going to pull this over here so I can see it. First thing I'm going to do is show you the severe weather outlook for the rest of the night. This goes through 7 a.m. tomorrow. And I say 7 a.m., it would have been 6 a.m. this morning, but 7 a.m. tomorrow, showing a marginal risk. That's level 1 out of 5. We've got this area of lighter green. That's just the areas that could see thunder overnight. This right here is a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, over the southern 1/3 of Alabama. Now, for your Sunday, we'll get a new convective outlook here very shortly, in about 20-25 minutes, far southeastern part of Alabama, the eastern parts of the Florida Panhandle, into southern Georgia and the northern part of the Florida Peninsula under a severe weather risk today on Sunday, later on your Sunday. But it is, again, marginal, that 0 out of 5. Now, this is kind of what we expect the radar to look like. This is the 0Z run of the HRRR, and this is about 3 a.m. in the morning, showing those strong storms along the Gulf Coast. It'll be shake, rattle, and roll really there from Mobile, from Gulf Shores and Orange Beach through Pensacola and Navarre, over to Fort Walton Beach and Destin, into the 30A beaches and the Panama City area. And you see that's going to continue through the overnight hours. Now, some showers are going to continue to move across central Alabama. They'll increase a bit in intensity. You might hear a few rumbles of thunder, but nothing severe over the northern half of Alabama. This is toward 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow. We see the rain beginning to increase. Again, there could be some thunder, but again, we will not experience any kind of severe weather in north or central Alabama tomorrow. But you can see those showers continuing in waves. It'll be breezy at times with a southwest wind, a northeast wind, northeast and east wind gusting at times, to about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Let's see if I can try this real quick. No, that will not work, and I cannot do that. So, but anyway, call for some morning showers, a steady rain later in the day. Afternoon high near 59 degrees. Let's see if this works. Really, nothing that I'm wanting to do today is working the way that I want it to. Yeah, there we go. These are temperatures off the National Blend of Models. I'm going to go ahead and show them to you here, just so we can talk about them. Temperatures today, are going to be in the middle and upper 50s over north and central Alabama, some lower 60s over the southern part of the state. And then as we go toward tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures drop off just a little bit. Now, let's transition that out of here. And let's just see if I can pull my forecast up real quick. Transition that into the picture. Yeah, there we go. So that's what we expect today. Morning showers giving way to a steady rain during the day. A little breezy at times. Those winds gusting to about 20 miles an hour at times across the area. Now, as we go through the rest of the day, this is or through the night. This is about 11 p.m. tonight into midnight, and then into early Monday. You see those showers begin to finally move out of here by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They'll move out pretty quickly. You see the back of the cloudiness pushing on out. We'll see clearing skies on Monday. Showers will be likely in the morning, though it's going to be dry by afternoon, and that means improving conditions as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. We'll start off around 44 on average tomorrow morning. Afternoon highs are going to rise into the middle 60s, so it'll be a pretty nice day for your Monday with that sunshine increasing during the afternoon. Now, this is what the upper pattern looks like across North America here on this Saturday evening. As we go through time, this upper system to the west of Alabama will intensify and push our way, with closing off into a bit of an upper low, pushing across South Alabama tonight into Monday, and then some ridging will build in through Monday afternoon into Tuesday, improving our conditions. Here comes another disturbance by Wednesday, pushing through, going back a model run. You see that disturbance sliding on through, and that's going to mean some weakening showers possibly late Wednesday into Thursday. But here comes a much stronger system with a pretty strong impulse swinging around the southern part of it, and as it does there Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, we could be looking at some severe weather for parts of Alabama. We'll have to watch that closely. Another system pushes through here on Saturday the 22nd, and then as we get out toward the end of the period by the 24th, we start to warm up. Now, let's go. This is the 0Z run of the GFS, and we'll use it as our model of choice here. And this is for your Sunday. This is Sunday morning. As we go through the day, you see those scattered showers. The GFS picks up the rainfall intensity will increase during the overnight hours tonight and push on through, later during the day on Monday. So, it kind of holds the rain in here a little longer. We'll see how that kind of works out. What are rainfall amounts? What will 24-hour rainfall amounts look like? Not too bad there. 3/4 of an inch to 1 1/4 inches. We'll see how that kind of plays out. Now, as we go through the day on Monday, we'd see, rain ending, clearing skies. Monday night should be a nice night with overnight lows, generally kind of chilly, 30s in the northern part of the state, lower 40s across central and south Alabama. But as we get into Tuesday, it's going to be a spectacular day across the area. Looking like sunny and mild, a very nice day for late winter. We'll rise into the middle, maybe even the upper 70s by afternoon. Tennessee Valley will be a few degrees cooler. The warmer temperatures going to be a little more common, of course, to the south. And, it's going to be a gorgeous day, a good day to get out and enjoy the weather. Now, Wednesday, we stay sunny through the morning hours. But that system is getting organized to our west and swinging our way. We'll call for, the sunny skies during the morning hours. But then clouds increasing by afternoon, showers possible late, but still mild. High temperatures in the middle 70s on average. That's not bad. We'll take it. We'll certainly take that. But it looks like a few showers could move into, especially western Alabama, Thursday night, early Friday. But, that system was beginning to weaken, so nothing really strong there. We could hear a little thunder. I wouldn't expect anything very much, but, cloudy skies will be the rule. High temperatures on Thursday are going to be, held back just a bit. Upper 60s to lower 70s, so not quite as warm as Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, as we get into Friday, we will see a mix of sun and clouds. It's going to be mild again. High temperature is going to be in the 70s. So, not a bad day at all. But a shower is going to be possible. Probably by evening. The GFS is a little faster with this system. and pushes that on through. That disturbance, begins to get its act together. Maybe a little surface low in the Mississippi Delta, pushing to the northeast. That would be an interesting development. But here by Saturday, we've got an intensifying low there near the shoals. That kind of spurious low pressures there. Don't know really what's going on, but it looks like rain and thunderstorms move into Alabama for sure. During the day on Saturday. They push on out of here Saturday night into early Sunday. And, the big question is that a severe weather look? Is that something that we have to worry about? Well, quite possibly, yes. It's way too early to tell, and there's a whole lot of stuff that's got to happen between now and then. But this is the look. Saturday, this is Saturday between noon or really 1 and 4 o'clock. We're getting into that peak heating of the day, and we got a line of thunderstorms into western Alabama. And if we take a point sounding, right there in central Alabama, we've got a marginal tornado risk. And really, you could probably pick around in here and find even a little higher tornado risk if you really tried. Probably more here to the southwest. And yes, there in fact you do. Because you've got some surface-based capes at about 1,000 joules per kilogram. And with that, you've got lifted index values of -4. You've got some pretty moist air with precipitable water values about 1.62 inches. You're getting some STP values between 2 and 3. You've certainly got the bulk shear that you need, the effective shear, at about 68 knots. That's very strong, but in this case, not so strong as to overwhelm the updrafts because the cape is a little more robust. And then, the storm relative helicity values are very, very strong. You see, here's those long curved photographs that we don't like to hear about. So there may be this brief window Saturday, if the GFS is right. Now, these temperatures are pretty warm. That's 76 over 64. Going through time here in that same point, it starts to cool off right behind it, of course. But there's a couple of hours there, maybe brief, but where we could have the threat of a tornado. We'll just kind of have to see what happens. But that that takes us through that period. Let's see if I can let's get Weather Bell back up here again and take it maybe out a little further into voodoo country here. We've got rain reappearing on Tuesday the 18th. It looks like that week is pretty wet. Another system swinging through, maybe some snows in Arkansas on the 21st. Boy, what a welcome to astronomical spring. But it swings on out of here. We turn into what's going to be spring break for a lot of folks. Looks like much nicer conditions at that point. Let's see what those temperature anomalies look like by then. So we're starting to warm up. So certainly things could be getting a little bit better. These are those temperatures off the National Blend of Models. You see, we're going to start seeing a lot of 70s. As a matter of fact, we generally stay in the 70s over the 10-day period starting on Tuesday. I would figure there might be a few upper 60s in there, but we might be moving into the 70s quite consistently. But that's your weather briefing video for this Sunday, the 9th of March. I'll have notes on the blog, complete update on the forecast coming up for you at noon. And, just keep an eye on the radar, especially if you're in South Alabama tonight. We won't be broadcasting live or covering, but make sure you've got your weather radio on. Make sure you've got your weather apps in place, just in case you get one of those severe thunderstorm warnings. And we want you to always take those seriously because, the potential for tree damage with these 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is pretty significant. Hail being the main primary risk tonight, though, in South Alabama, except in those coastal counties where the instability, those dew points, are a little higher. Join us for Weather Brains on Monday night. We'll be talking to Alabama weather legend Rich Thomas from Montgomery. He's still kicking and doing radio down there in the Alabama capital city. Rich is a great guy, and we'll have a great time talking to him Monday night on Weather Brains. Watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/weatherbrains or on the .2 channel on ABC 3340. And then if you're an audio listener, as most folks are, you can pick it up wherever you get your podcast when we post it late Monday night. And until I get to see you next Sunday, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky, because you'll always have something fun to look at.